This is your brain. This is your brain on porn. Any questions? Alright, let's talk about porn. Thank you guys for joining in again on my second week edition of Your Brain on Porn, and where we talk, you guys give me feedback, we discover the negative effects that porn is having on our society today. I want to say thank you so much for the response of last week. All these people, thank you for your responses, your comments, your questions, your what you like, what you don't like. Thank you. And before we get to the questions and the comments that you guys, because I asked you guys, we talked about dopamine, we talked about isolation, and you guys gave me feedback and what you see the negative effects or positive effects of porn. So before we get to that, so this week I wanted to talk about desensitization. It's a brain change that addiction basically induces or brings about. And in this case, we're talking about porn addiction and how it causes desensitization, a numbed pleasure, like a numbed pleasure, basically, a pleasure that you are not having. And so all these facts are brought from Your Brain on Porn. So check that out. I always put the link in this series. I'm always going to be putting the link there. If you want to go there, I'll give you the exact page this time on where I found out about more about desensitization. So dopamine leaves the addict less sensitive to the pleasure normally found in experiences in everyday circumstances, in a natural way of feeling good about something. And I've seen that a lot with me. I think when we first start, NoFap, the journey where we're putting down porn, we're putting down all that, we feel sad. Some people call it the flat line. They feel depressed. They don't feel happy, and it's like, what's going on? It's from this effect of being desensitized to the normal everyday pleasures. And it goes to, a question someone asked about what does it feel like when the brain fog lifts? And I think brain fog can be basically feeling desensitized to feelings, So anyways, I wanted to read this that I found. Once your addiction is the most reliable source of dopamine, cravings arise urging you to use porn again and again. So isn't this just like, you see the cycle there? Like once you're in the addiction, to feel good, you have to keep using that substance, or in this case porn, and when you're not getting it, you're not feeling satisfied. So it's a crazy addiction, and it's like you have to be aware when you do quit, and those of you guys that are first starting, you're gonna feel numbed at first. You might feel the desensitization effect. So have you guys been feeling it? Let me know. Give me a response. What do you think about it? And thank you guys for responding. I really appreciate it. So let's get to the comments and questions. So let's go right away to Dave. Said definitely he feels isolation from others, no motivation or confidence. And again, guys, this is from the effects of porn. New Heartbreak Dreams sent a long comment about how the effects has caused him PIED, porn induced erectile dysfunction. He's been using PMO since he was 12 when he was first introduced. He is finally facing it at age 26 years. So that's like 14 years, bro, that and I'm glad that you finally found out you got to do something about it. So that's what it's all about, guys. It's about us being awakened to the fact that we need to make a change, and it's pretty simple. Jason Cleland says that he's starting to get accountability. He is motivated. I think he should have a week today, man. Shout out to you. Keep going. Liquid Words said, I used to feel sick, and then socially I'd feel distance from people. And it's going back to that whole what we talked about last week in the video. Isolation and wanting to disconnect from people. And it's such a common effect that PMO causes us. we don't want to connect with people, and that's like, we're supposed to be connecting with each other in this world. Come on. Royal Seon, he says, one positive from watching porn, so this is a positive, guys, he said, was when he first had sex, he already knew what he was supposed to do and how to do it, so it wasn't awkward like all the other stories he hears. But yeah, I mean, really, are we not willing to be awkward for one time in our life and to have that experience of, oh, this was awkward, you know, rather than go at it with the wrong idea of what sex should be? Because a lot of times in porn, it's not real porn, it's makeup porn, it's acting, there's violence involved in the porn we see on screen, and porn is not sex. Let's just get that straight. So thanks for your comment anyways, appreciate it. Foley347 says, when I watch porn and masturbate, I would not leave my bedroom, I would make it dark and not eat healthy, and I would use PMO 2 to 3 times a day. I know exactly what you're talking about, I've been there. Yeah, thanks for your comment, and I really hope you find the key to success. You can do it. So one more about isolation is King of Bling 504. He says, isolation, it's gotten bad. If I'm not at work, I lock myself in my room all day. Yeah, thank you for your comment. So now we go to the questions. I just have 2 questions this week. I'm going to answer them real quick. I know it's been a long video. I don't like to make huge, long videos. So we'll go to Speedy Coaster. He said, when brain fog goes away, how does it feel? It feels like you can think clearly. It feels like you're able to respond. This is my experience. And it has to do, I think, with being sensitized again, like we talked about, you know, an awakening. And some people describe it as feeling like a kid again. Thanks for your question. Grayson Friend said, let's see, is porn affecting other countries and nations in comparison to the US? Yes, personal experience and stories. I was in India not too long ago, and I was talking to a guy, and he has the same experience as me, and he says lots of his friends use porn. And there's some statistics out there that, you know, got a survey of all the people going and visiting these porn sites. I think Pornhub in US is like the highest, but it's almost pretty close in Europe, in Africa, in India, in Asia, and yes, it's a worldwide issue. So thank you guys. I hope I got all your guys' questions answered. Thank you guys for the other ones that commented, and enjoy your day. And if you have any more questions, let me know. We'll be back next week for another episode of Your Brain on Porn, brought to you by Let's Talk About Sex, Mac Attack version. Yeah, guys, thank you, man. I like doing this. I like us talking and getting aware of what this is doing. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I got more coming to you. I'm just enjoying the outside nature today, and I want to say peace and love yourself. Bye.